What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag to you. I know y'all know I missed last week's episode, like I said, and whatever the hell my last video was or about. I still haven't seen it. I still seem to be able to follow the storyline, so I'm just going to assume that last week was not that damn important, okay? So I'm going to start from today, and it is still New Year's Day, extremely late at night. I'm very sick, so if I go into a bout of coughing and hacking, if it ain't that bad, I probably won't edit it out. We'll see. Anyway, okay, so Candy, Kenya, and Cynthia meet up at Dr. Curve's. Cynthia's getting the maintenance on her titty things. She got implants, right? And I guess she just wanted the girls to be there for them to spend girl time together. Yeah, over titties. So Candy is like, well, who all is coming? Is Phaedra coming? And she like, yeah, Phaedra coming. She's like, oh, well, we met up and we had like lunch or dinner, whatever the hell it was, yesterday. So we could talk. And they was like, oh, that's good. I'm so happy. Like, no, wasn't nothing good. But essentially, they had a fight. Yeah. And she told them about what she said about Apollo to Phaedra. Like, oh, well, you didn't even care about your husband. And you was already wanting to marry somebody. You was already seeing somebody when you were still with him, so you were already planning on being with somebody else and all this and all that. And they was like, really? Oh my god, for real? Yeah. So basically just a lot of gossiping and stuff. So we got into a big fight and I walked out. We never even got to eat. And she was like, but you know what, I think it's gonna be okay, so whatever, she could come. We just gonna keep it cute. Oh, my headscarf is too tight. Okay, so then Sheree and Portia and Phaedra show up. They inside, they feeling her titties and all of that, which I think is actually kind of freaking normal. All right, come on now. Now, who has never felt a girl titties that had implants? Because I know I did, and I didn't even know her. It's like a girl I met in a bathroom at a club, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got new boobs," and they were like, "Are they hard or are they soft?" Oh yeah. And I was in a shelter and another girl. Yeah. So girls do that, apparently. Either that or I'm gay. Whatever. So they asking the doctor once they go inside, because he was like, oh shit, you brought all your friends. She was like, so since you're an expert, who all do you think out of all of these girls got like fake titties? And Candy said that hers was real, but she said that it was 4 people with fake boobs. So I guess if that's including Cynthia, it would be 3 other people. So he pulled out Portia. He was like, hers. She was like, excuse me. So she tried to act insulted, but yeah, she does have it. And her titties is, they was kind of out. So it's like, yours is just kind of obvious, the ones to pick, because you showing them and flashing them all off. Then he went to Kenya. She was like, no, they're real. And Portia was like, bitch, no, they're not. She's like, them look like your titties right up there on the counter. And she was like, no, don't be jealous. She was like, why can't she just admit that her titties is fake and that she had a botched job? I'm just saying, did that happen? Does she have a botched breast implant situation going on? Because I guess if she did have them in and they got botched and they removed them, then she is natural. Well, she don't have no implants. It wouldn't be natural if it's botched, because I would assume your titty is ugly or got a fucked up shape now. I don't know. Let me know if y'all know anything about her boobage situation in the comments. So when the doctor was touching Cynthia's breast, he was like, okay, well, one of them is harder than the other one. And she was like, well, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, they seem all right. It's coming up on 10 years because she's about to be 50. She got them when she turned 40. And he said that they could get harder over time, but for now, they fine. And then everybody just coming up and like, well, can I touch them? Can I squish them? You know how you try to lift them, like, see how they bounce if you lift them up and all that sort of shit. Trying to twist her nipples, like, can you feel this? Plucking the titties. Like, y'all so ignorant. I ain't never do all that. Plucking nobody's titty. Like, can you feel it? Can you feel it? All right. Michelle Okay, a man named Michelle, because I was like, how the hell do you pronounce it when it's a boy? I'm like, is it Mikel or something like that? Like, is it supposed to be French? No, that nigga named Michelle. He's showing Sheree furniture. She's saying it's too expensive, and he is $100,000 over budget, because she was like, unless you are in college, you shouldn't be having no IKEA furniture. But I'm saying, maybe you should just get some. Shit, it's nice to me. Am I tacky? I'm tacky. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. If you got the money to spend it, then spend it. If you don't, then bitch, you better take your ass to IKEA and stop trying to be cute and be over your budget. So she's talking about she want her party to be in 2 months, and she don't want it to be like, you know, that other person. So she don't want no dust and no titty sweat and all of this. So she hoping that her whole shit gonna be all perfect and all of that in 2 months. But I'm saying he was sweating so hard in your house like right now that he had to use a swatch to wipe off. So it seemed like you got some titty sweatage going on up in your shit too. I'm just saying. All right. Candy and Mama Joyce go shopping for Riley's birthday birthday gift. So they're gonna get her, well, she's looking at some little diamond stud earrings, and Candy decides to tell her mother about what happened with her and Phaedra and you know, the whole argument and what was said and whatever. Because she was like, well, first she tried to talk about you. Like, she was talking, like, what was she saying? Like, she didn't appreciate what you was saying about her. And she said about the situation. And she felt like it was rude that you kept on repeating over and over that he was gonna kill her or whatever the fuck, right? He said he was gonna fuck her ass up, blow her the fuck up. Yeah, that. So basically, Mama Joyce was like, well, shit, I'm glad that you went off, because Candy been being too nice to her. She was like, and I ain't never gonna be nice to her. So you need to tell her that she need to just leave you the fuck alone. Then Candy started talking about Block, Riley's father. And she was like, well, I told her that we had a conversation. And wait, did he call her for her birthday? Yeah, they had a conversation, but she didn't tell her that she had a big argument with him and that he was like, he ain't gonna chase her and all that shit. So she don't even know. But apparently his birthday is like the day after Riley. So she's like, well, they could get together. I mean, it's her father and everything. I don't want to keep them apart or nothing. Maybe they could have like a dinner, birthday dinner, since their birthday is like so close. And Mama Joyce, of course, took the money, because that is a money hungry ass little old lady. She's like, yeah, well, she need to tell him, yeah, let's meet up. And then like, where's my check? Where's my money? I was like, girl, he ain't giving you no money. That little girl is rich. And that doesn't really mean anything, because he still needs to do his part, whether she rich or not. But really, does she need to be begging him for money? Alright. Noel and Peter meet up for yoga, because first Cynthia was talking to Noel about talking to him, and she was like, yeah, I think you should, you know, contact him or whatever. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. So she did. He met her for yoga. What is that? Is it hot yoga? I don't think it said that it was hot yoga, but it seemed like it must have been hot yoga, because he was acting like, I mean, it was hot to death. I can't do yoga, so he might have just been going through what I was going through. I have flat feet and poor body alignment in every single pose. I mean, it's literally just posing, and that shit hurts so bad. I'm not good at it. I'm like, oh, my feet be hurting, my arches. I'm like, why can't I balance? What the fuck is wrong with my body? Yeah, so either it was hot yoga or his ass is old and raggedy and decrepit like my motherfucking ass. Let me see. When they get out, she's telling him that she's happy to see him. He's like, I'm happy to see you. And he saw that she was the face of her mother's company or whatever. He saw it on Instagram, and she was like, well, I wish you didn't have to find out things on Instagram. He's like, why didn't you just call and tell me? She was like, well, I didn't know I could call you. Like, the way that y'all set up this divorce, y'all didn't really ask me if I was down for it, and it seemed like awkward And I felt like in the middle and I didn't know what to do. And I guess she was expecting baby him to call her since she's the damn kid. And he said, well, they're like a package deal. So he was trying to respect Cynthia's space because that's her daughter. So if she would have wanted her to talk to him, she probably would have put them in touch with each other, or just like kind of made it clear. But I guess when she said that one sentence, when she started crying about them being friends again, I guess that's where she actually felt like she was saying, yeah, I want y'all to still be together. But he ain't take no heed to it. But now he feel fucked up because basically Noelle is crying because she's a kid stuck in this situation, and she felt like nobody ever talked about Peter. Nobody was like, how's he doing? How are you feeling about none of this? Like, none of it didn't matter. So she just, you know, kept her mouth closed. But he promised that he's going to visit her whenever he's in town and all that stuff, and he still love her and all of that. All right, Portia meets up with, and what's this bitch name too? Shamia. Okay, her and Shamia and Sheree go to this place with these damn Yoni eggs, and they put in the Yoni eggs and doing exercises or whatever, and I don't know what the hell going on. So I guess the Yoni eggs was giving them some sort of a sexual experience. It was my understanding that they were for something else, because I got several groups that I be in, and you know, people be talking about that. I know they're the kind that you put in there that's for like cleansing or whatever. Are these the dirty ones? Yeah, whatever. They got the string hanging out, and the way to get it out is you push it the way that you do, I guess, a baby or whatever. So she's trying to get her coochie tight, which I don't need because my shit is tight. I have a method if you want to know. No, I'm not going to be teaching no no sex stuff. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the same thing. How about you just kegel it out? Kegel it out, okay? But yeah, they acting all horny and shit, and they like, the instructor is like, all right, there might be some juice flow, because this might be, I'm like, oh my God, please don't nobody drip no coochie juice on the goddamn floor while I'm watching this shit, because I don't need to see it. When Sheree comes, she was like, what the fuck is going on? And these motherfuckers is bent over, their butts in the air, they got strings hanging out their ass. They tell her what it's about. She was like, oh, wow, that does sound great. Yeah, I'll totally try it. Not now, though, because I have my period. That bitch was lying. She ain't have a period. She just ain't want to do it. She ain't want to do that shit. Anyway, before they left, of course, they got to get in some goddamn gossip. Take me a cough drop. So Sheree is like, oh, Phaedra didn't show up. She was like, I heard Phaedra and Candy met up. They got into this whole thing, and apparently Candy said that Portia was seeing other men fucking around when Apollo was, before they even got divorced, when he was still out, before he even got locked up. She was already planning to marry somebody and all of that. And Portia was upset. She was like, look, Candy is doing too much. First of all, that situation, that conversation that they had didn't have to be told to everybody, and now it's just like, you know, nasty ass gossip. Like, that is childish, and that's very similar to what Candy just did to me. All right, I hear the helicopter and I'm not stopping. That's basically what Candy did to me when she tried to make it seem like I had sex with dude or whatever. And I don't like that she's just going around being vicious and, you know, spreading lies on motherfucking people. And then this chick Shamia is like, also Phaedra try to get with my husband, bending her booty over in front of him and all of this shit, and then telling him, oh, I don't believe you gave her a ring and you ain't never give me one, or whatever the hell. And Portia like, girl, let it go. That shit was a long time ago. But all of this shit is petty, and this is getting blown out of proportion, and basically it seemed like she don't really want to have no shit to do with it. Okay. Riley and her cake. She just want to eat the cake without cutting it, just sticking a fork in it and eating it and doing that little dab shit. So she does it, and then the husband does it. I can't remember his damn name. And Candy did it, and then Mama Joyce did it. But why she looked like she was doing, remember that fucking song, Walk Like an Egyptian? Which was like, like, that ain't how it go, girl. That's wrong. But yeah, whatever. Candy, no, Riley said that her dad called her because they all gave her jewelry. Okay, she got the earrings, and then which call got her a necklace that said R&B, which I guess means Riley and I don't know. The baby's name is Ace, so I don't whatever. And they were like, yeah, we got you like $5,000 worth of jewelry. And she was like, oh, my dad called, but he just said happy birthday. So I guess she was basically saying that broke motherfucker ain't get me nothing. Candy is saying that she think that they need to meet up together, and she's saying that she don't want to go unless Candy gonna be there. And Candy like, Candy does not want to meet with him. She was like, they're old enough. She's old enough for them to have their own relationship without her having to be there since she don't like him. But Riley's like, no, I mean, I probably could do that shit when I was little because it's easy when you little, but now I'm older. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? So Todd, that's his name. His daughter was there. What the fuck is her name? Kayla? Yes. He was like, how was it when you first met me? Like, was you to your mother like, don't leave me with this strange motherfucker? Like, I don't even know him. And she was like, yeah, basically. I mean, at the beginning, it's awkward. So, you know, Candy is the one that she knows, that she feel comfortable around. So you should probably just stick it out with her. So she won't, you know, kind of feel all alone with a stranger at the beginning. So Candy's like, all right, I ain't think about it that way. If you need me there, then I'm there. And then Mama Joy's like, well, if she don't go, I got you, I'll go. Candy like, no. And I'm like, no, girl. She ain't gonna do nothing. She'll fuck up the whole thing. Because soon as she get there, she just gonna keep on bringing up money. She gonna stop every sentence that they say. She ain't gonna let them have no conversation all to themselves. Which is probably what Riley would like. Riley kind of just probably wants somebody to just go off on him in her presence. But Candy is a little too classy for all of that. But her mother, she is not too classy for that. She is not too classy for anything. She literally has no class. None. None whatsoever. Okay. Phaedra, Portia, and Sheree are out, and they start talking about the damn Yoni bowls and all of that shit. And Sheree brings up what Candy said that her and Phaedra had talked about. And Portia's just like, well, you know, I just think it's kind of fucked up. I think it was a conversation that should have stayed where it was and not been spread to everybody and bring everybody into the situation with all this name calling and stuff. So it wasn't kept private, and now everybody knows, including Shamia. And Sheree is like, oh yeah, Shamia said something about you too. And Phaedra like, well, what she said? She's Portia's like, well, she said you used to like her husband. You had a crush on her husband like a long ass time ago. She was like, well, she go around fucking everybody's husband. Did she mention anything about that? No? No, okay. But she was like, but you know, her and Candy are close. Like very close. I did not notice that. And then she was like, yeah, because they fucking. And Sheree is like, who? Who's fucking? Sheree is so thirsty for information. Like, she is really, well, everybody on the damn show is gossipy, and I guess I'm gossipy too because I'm gossiping right now, right? And I don't even know none of the people, so all the shit I'm saying is hearsay, and I don't give a fuck. But they're supposed to be friends. She just be really wanting to hear horrible stuff about people and just be like and spread it. That's how she strike me anyway. So basically, Phaedra alluded to, well, she didn't even allude to it, I'm pretty sure she said it just straight out, that this chick Shamia is fucking Candy, and it was like she's friends with her and Todd. So like, yeah, she's doing them both. Yeah, that's not alluding, that is saying it straight out. She's doing them both. Okay, so yeah, she just made it seem like she was gay and has threesomes and all kind of stuff like that. So yuck. Cynthia, her sister, and her mother are at the new lake house. This is a lake, right? Ocean house? No, it's a lake. Alright, and she's like, well, I hit the camera. It's ironic now because this is my wedding anniversary and I'm sitting here like alone, like getting on with my life. Noelle comes out and she brings them some champagne. And they're like, well, how's she dealing with everything? You know, divorce, moving, all that shit. She was like, she alright, but she did meet up with Peter. I'm glad to see that they hung out. They spent some time together. Because, you know, she knows him. She knew him half of her life. The house that we lived in is the only house that she, you know, remembers or anything like that. So she feels good about it. But she was like, deep down inside, she thinks that all Noelle or any kid really wants is for their parents to be happy. So she's telling her mother, well, that's all I wanted for you, mommy. You know, when you were getting divorces, I just wanted you to be happy. In the end. So her mother was like, well, it's whatever. She just, if she wants you to be at peace, you'll get through it and put your life back together. I did it twice. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing. She did not say that, but yeah, that's what she mean. That's what she meant. Yeah. And Cynthia's just saying that she just want peace. And she thinks that this new house is gonna get it. I mean, it does look pretty peaceful. And I wish a motherfucker would bring me champagne when I'm just out chilling. How come that don't never happen? How come nobody don't let me bring me champagne when I be chilling and talking to people? Like, oh, I thought you would. Yeah, I would like some. I would, okay? Always know that about me. All right, Portia, Sheree, and Candy. They meet up. And Portia is telling Candy that, you know, about the situation with her and Phaedra. She thinks that it should have remained between them, but then she went back and she talked to Cynthia and Kendra and Sheree, and, you know, it's just, you know, basically spreading like wildfire. And Candy's like, I mean, so what? I mean, they caught me on a good day. It's not like I just be going around, but the shit been basically just building the hell up. And Portia's like, well, look, what you said was like really below the belt. Like, I never heard Phaedra say no shit that was like way below the belt. She's like, really below the belt? Do you ever go and you tell her that the shit that she's saying is below the belt? She was like, I never see her say nothing that, you know, that's all fucked up and horrible. She was like, she told people, she's talking shit about my husband. She's just telling people not to work with us. She was like, that's not nothing about my husband, but that's something about my money, which I really fucking care about. And she was like, yeah, of course. I mean, we all care about our money. And she was like, well, everything that she been feeling, everything that Phaedra been saying, all the ways that she been feeling and all the anger and stuff, it just built up and it just burst out and whatever. They going back and forth. She's just like, look, I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck it. Really, basically. And she's saying that she just don't know why everybody think that Phaedra is like some goody two-shoes, because that's the way that she portrayed herself to be. And she was like, and you know the stuff that she was doing anyway, Portia. And Portia was like, I don't know nothing. She was like, yes, you do know. What do I know? What do I know? And Candy is just like, bitch, you know what you know. Are you kidding me? She never said it there, but she was saying it in a confessional. She was like, she's the one that took the picture that got sent to the guy. So if she's taking pictures for this thing to be happening, she knows exactly what's going on, and now she's just sitting here trying to play me and just like lying. Like, don't fucking do that. So Portia denied it, and she like she just don't like having to see all of the mudslinging. Like, she's saying that it's hard for her to have to sit there and just watch everybody always fighting, all negativity, all the anger and all of that shit. And Candy's like, well, I just don't understand why she'd be too stupid to even understand this. I mean, I know you sticking up for Phaedra and she a friend and all that, but whatever. So Candy just got fed the fuck up and she left. Portia says she don't really know why Candy's so angry. And both Sheree and Candy call her dumb. Now, I think that's mean. Now, Portia may in fact be dumb, because I hear that said a lot. But she don't really seem much dumber than any of the other girls at this point, you know, from where I'm watching. Maybe, I don't know, did she fail a spelling bee at some point where everybody thinks she dumb, or that they are much smarter? Whatever. she's saying that she doesn't believe there was an affair and that nobody can prove it. Like, nobody knows. So just because you see or hear about something, there are like a ton of different possibilities about things that could have happened, and you just don't know which one is true. And it's just like with Candy's baby father. And she was saying that before she left, they brought that up. And she was like, and you said that I had sex with him, and I didn't have sex with him. Yes, you did, though. I just want to be honest and say, yeah, you did have sex with him. And I don't understand what is the problem with admitting that. So after she's gone, they're talking about it again. And Sheree's like, yeah, I mean, she's saying to you, like, oh, well, maybe or whatever. But she made it seem like she knew absolutely that you had slept with him. And she was like, how would she know about a relationship that happened before she even was having a relationship? Like, you don't know anything about anything that happened before me. And just because somebody said something doesn't mean that it's true. Like, anybody could say anything at any time about any fucking thing. So, yeah. So, Sheree was like, well, the reason she knows shit, maybe she was in the closet. And and Portia was like, yes, exactly. She was in the closet. Or she still is. And Sheree like, oh, see? No, I meant literally a person in the closet looking through the keyhole. She was like, oh, whatever. That too. Yeah. So she's like, wait a minute. Did she just out her friend? She's like, are you rolling in the mud with Phaedra and Candy now? And she's like, they all just airing out each other dirty laundry. These girls is messy as hell. You are also messy, Sheree. One of the messiest of the messy, because she doesn't really seem to have a problem with everybody knowing that she is completely untrustworthy. If you tell her anything, she definitely goes back and she tells everybody, and she seems to be pretty proud of it. Now, I know that she's a big, wide-shouldered, muscle-back bitch, and people may be somewhat afraid of her getting violent, but, yeah, she ain't no good friend. And she is definitely not above messiness. She is petty beyond belief, just like most of these other bitches on the damn show. So, her little air of superiority right here, it is uncalled for and ridiculous. And I think that's all that I wrote. Yeah, so that's the end of the damn episode. I can't even remember what the hell happening next week. Just simply because I started watching Married to Medicine, and I don't even know if I'm going to review that. I could have been reviewing it. I've just been watching. I'm still trying to figure out everybody's name, but them bitches is off the chain, okay? Ridiculously petty. Yeah. All of these shows confuse me as to why these people are hanging around each other. I just wouldn't even talk to somebody I don't like. Even if we had to hang together for the show. I'll be like, I'm going to get my coinage, but we ain't going to be talking. We're not having conversations. Anyway, I think the situation, I think it is being passed around a little bit too much. I think that Candy was a little bit too upset and she just spreading it or anything. I think that it is blown completely out of proportion. I do not see what Candy is, I know what she's mad about. I don't see what it had to do with the conversation that they were having at that time. Which was, you know, Candy's mother acting crazy and being very, very negative and disrespectful to Phaedra. And Phaedra's just saying, hey, why didn't you help me in that situation? And she's just like, your motherfucking husband, you didn't love him, and you ain't love nobody. And just, what are you doing? What this got to do with anything? You was cheating. What that have to do with this, with your mother though? Nothing? Yeah, nothing. So that's it. That's all I gotta say. I gotta go make me some Theraflu and lay my dumb ass down. But if y'all agree with what I said, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments and let me know why, because I might have missed something. Until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank y'all so much for watching. While you're here, why don't you swing by and check out my previous video.
Atlanta, which is next week. So this week there was nothing. And because I actually literally did miss
I also have a beauty and lifestyle channel named after myself. Go on over and check me out.
All right from the beginning, out of the pack, but I'm sure we're gonna jazz this puppy up with a little bit of fluffing, right? Okay,
and if you're ever in the mood to get your body right and tight, swing by my fitness channel and check out some of my free workouts.
So, like I said, it's gonna be short, sweet, and to the point. That sticks in the workout. Okay, so